You think he'll come back?
Pankratz is going to be so happy when he sees you.
Who's going to feed him now? Poor Pankratz. He'll starve to death. They're going to kill us here.
Where are you from?
From here. I live with my grandfather in Praga. He fought in the January uprising. He raised me after my father died. I wanted to make him proud, and that's why I joined our faults.
I was traveling a lot at your age. France, Belgium, Petersburg.
That's all right for some. The carefree bourgeoisie.
Yes, I was born into money. But money doesn't bring you happiness.
The greatest lie that we tell poor people.
Even so, believe me, my life wasn't as much of a fairy tale as you'd imagine. My best friend's father was in debt to a dishonest loan shark, and we wanted to help. I think we were younger than you.
And what happened?
We went to see him with my father's gun, the one I carry with me.
And what? It went off.
The loan shark died on the spot. My father handed me some suitcases and a ticket and said never to come back.
So, he sorted it out. Sounds like a good father.
He was defending his reputation, so he got rid of me, and that was that. I didn't ask him for this.
Shulsky! Your turn.
See you.
How touching. Move your ass.
That was disappointing. Did you know him?
You deceived me, Chief. The book wasn't where you told me I'd find it.
But I could have sworn. How extraordinary.
Really?
I can see you're still using it. I remember how it ended the story of a particular loan shark. And that sizable problem of yours, is it still following you?
And speaking of the harbor, where's Vanya?
Tell me anything of value. Then, I'll be able to find a way to help you. I wouldn't want the dredgers to pull you out of the Vistula afterward, like Svetlana Petrovna.
Great question, but where's my father's grimoire?
I'll tell you if you tell me about the church. What were you doing there?
I have to ask you something. Where is my father's grimoire?
I see we're unable to come to an agreement.
All this is to get at my father's friends, isn't it? I'll ask one last time.
No, we're done here. Leave us alone.
What? No interrogation?
Don't be silly. I don't need to introduce you to. Ready?
I know everything that I could read from his objects. What are you expecting?
Results. Find out what he did in the church and where his father's friends are.
As you wish, sir. Let's not drag this out.
And maybe you know where my father's grimoire is.
It's supposed to hurt.
I know what I'm supposed to do. Greetings from inside your head. I intend to make myself at home here.
Are you still mad at me about Veles?
We're not thinking about me now. You won't trick me here, and you won't escape either. Save your energy. Think about the church and who you were there with. A batyushka who sees the devil everywhere is no surprise. Strange company for a thaumaturge. You're terrible at choosing friends. I'm used to it. I trust no one anymore. Not least thanks to you. You've got nothing that would redeem your guilt.
Samira, focus now.
It's suicide. Konyechkin is a determined, vengeful bastard, and he has people everywhere. I'd sooner tear off your head like he wants than take a risk like that.
Right. Think what we could do with knowledge like that.
End up on the gallows.
If we played badly.
All right,
All right. What?
let's get out of here. That's what you want, after all. I'll help you, but you're taking me with you.
I'm not leaving here without my father's grimoire. I'm convinced Konyechkin has it.
That's right. It's in his study. 2 floors up. Just don't dawdle. Go. I'll hold Konyechkin here. But not for long, so hurry. Make it snappy. I can't hold him here long.
I felt something. Where is it? What do you think of this, Father?
We need to go. The plan's moot.
What happened?
The god peeked inside this cell and everything fell apart. Konyechkin was furious. It'll take him a little while before he regains his composure, so let's not waste time. I'll lead us out of the gate, but what then?
My cellmates have confirmed their people are observing the Citadel. They'll pick us up.
Sounds like a plan.
Sarah Rivkin, right? I saw your files. You like playing with fire?
I haven't been her for a long time. Did you hear what I said about escaping?
Before we leave, I'd like to grab one of my cellmates.
What? Have you lost it completely?
I have to, because he doesn't know how to whistle.
You'll get lost here. I'll go. You secure the passage to the gate for us. Just wait for me there.
I'll be waiting.
You! What are you doing here?
It's a long time since I was in Warsaw last. I wanted to explore a little.
Show your pass, or you're under arrest.
I wish you luck.
And you, what are you grinning at? Grab the rest of those fuckers in the barracks.
So, have you mastered whistling?
That's how you do it.
Come on, folks.
Vanda! I'm so glad to see you.
What about Mihal? And her?
Thanks to me, the rest got out.
Move.
Please, come in. No one should be alone at a time like this.
Emir, they killed Mihal.
He is not altogether lost, remember.
I'm going to see Burke. The rest should know. Come on, Yannick.
The famous Madame Samira has honored my humble abode.
Thank you for taking us in.
You must be exhausted. Please go ahead to your rooms upstairs. I'll join you in a moment.
Are you coming?
I'll be there in a moment.
Please, make yourselves at home. The tea is brewing and it will do us all good. Madame, I presume you're a Thaumaturge?
Salam alaikum.
Hopefully. For the time being, I'll assume we all have good intentions.
As for me, you have nothing to worry about, sir.
I must point out, however, that our escape from the Citadel went exceptionally well.
Tell that to Mihal, right? True. If Konyechkin wanted to spy on you, facilitating the escape would be the perfect cover. You can easily check. I'll open up my mind to you if it helps.
That won't be necessary just yet. Do not mistake this somber moment for one of peace. This isn't the calm before the storm. We're in the eye of the storm. Time is scarce, the risk is great, and the consequences will be irreversible. I trust you've got the Black Grimoire already.
What do you think threatens us?
You're a wanted fugitive, so detainment, interrogation, and probably the noose. And you, miss.
The noose. They won't waste time interrogating me.
Why don't we move on from doubts to solutions?
The solution is to combine all of our individualities. Separately, we're all too weak. But if we form a pact, its consequences might reverberate throughout Russia, possibly even all of Europe. Who knows, maybe that way we could save not only our own necks.
What about Wanda? Aren't you afraid she'll seek revenge?
Yes, and that revenge will push her to extreme measures. But what we're trying to build might save her from downfall. It's one of the reasons that time is of the essence.
I got my father's grimoire back. It was where we both expected it to be.
Have you studied it yet?
Not yet. I haven't had the time.
That's understandable.
Can you tell me what we're talking about exactly?
Before he died, Stanisław Szulski created a hypothesis upon which he tried to use the full potential of Thaumaturge's mental bond.
You mean peeking inside each other's heads? It is not arcane knowledge.
Szulski believed that connected Thaumaturges could share their powers.
It's still just a hypothesis. How can we verify it?
Only through an experiment, I presume.
Let's not waste any more time. What else do we need to form such a pact?
First of all, a fourth member. I trust you know someone else we could use.
The only one that comes to mind is Ariel Rofe.
He crossed my mind too. Do you think he could be useful with the reputation he has? He hasn't shown up at the Ruzhitz much lately.
Do you know him well?
Not personally. People talk about him in the neighborhood. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Don't give it too much thought. Needless trouble.
Do you know where I could find him, if not at the bazaar?
I know he used to live somewhere in the heart of Mirov. Maybe there.
The bazaar, Thaumaturge.
I'll bring him here. At least I'll try.
There's one more thing. That Folje who healed you.
After what happened at the church in Praga, I won't have anything to do with him anymore.
But he's been in your head. We don't know what kind of knowledge he might have gained there.
How do you think I should resolve this situation?
It would be most imprudent to let such suspicious people inside your mind for too long. Any carelessness may cost all of us dearly. If you're still bound to him somehow, I'm afraid you'll have to end it.
Yes. Tell him it's not him, it's you, and so on. Remember, this is no longer a question of only your noggin.
Madame, the tea is ready. I have to go down now. Good luck, Victor.
You're checking if I'm not plotting?
I'm just cautious.
What do you want?
Who is Sarah Rifkin?
You saw my files at Konieczkin's. Sara Rivkin is none of your business.
I think you owe me one.
As far as I remember, you were the one who put me in the hands of the Ochrana.
And then I got you out of them, alive.
Do you want the long story or the short one?
Long. I've got time.
Quiet. So, a Jewish orphan, Sara Rivkin, was born in the Austro-Hungarian partition. When the street decides to end her, fortune sends her help in the form of a popular psychic, Madame Samira. Samira adopts Sarah as her daughter, and they become inseparable. Madame Samira can see more than others. She's the one who made Sarah realize her thaumaturgist nature. But Madame also has enemies who can reach her in the safety of her house. Sarah knows she has to disappear if she wants to stay alive.
So you took her identity. I guess it wasn't too hard for a Thaumaturge to act as a psychic.
Indeed.
Thank you for opening up to me.
Look out, I might start to like you.
Were you close with Madame?
Wouldn't you be close with someone who raised you?
Believe me, it's not so obvious to me.
It was Madame who taught me how to live, not the streets. She was unique. By adopting her name, I believe I saved her in a way. This is the least I can do to repay her.
Why did you decide to come here? With Madame's money, you could be anywhere.
Anywhere is neither worse nor better than here, but the gaze of Samira's assassins won't reach here.
Scowan's shackles do, however. How did you meet him?
You'll know when you deserve to.
Let me change the subject.
Finally, how long can you pity yourself?
What actually convinced you to run away with me?
A woman without secrets becomes vulnerable.
Let me guess.
Surprise me.
I think it's hard not to be impressed by me.
I'm mostly impressed with your sense of humor.
What are your impressions after meeting our host?
Do you trust no one, or are you just being polite?
I just wanted to know your opinion. If what we are planning here is going to work, you'll have to trust us at some point.
I'm not sure if he's a good Feldherr, but he seems to be an experienced Thaumaturge. And it's not easy for me, but I think I would trust him. Not that I have any choice.
I'll come back later.
Sure.
Intriguing.
Ваши документы.
Pardon?
What don't you understand? Documents.
Je ne parle pas ruski.
It's not enough that he's a magician. He's scum. You'll learn right quick once I give you a beating. Documents. I won't say it again.
Рядовой Стрельцов, I'll take over. Documents, or are you deaf? Show them to me and you can be on your way.
Why so nervous, officer? If it's papers you want to see, I'll show you. I've nothing to hide.
He's a magician, Captain.
What, am I blind? I can see he's a magician, but he's not the one. Show Harsho. You can go. Just watch yourself.
Who is the Tsar's army actually looking for on the streets?
Not you. A terrorist and a fugitive from the Citadel. Go now. I've got my eye on you. Streltsov, reinforcements are needed on Bzetska. Let's go.
Yes, sir.
The things people come up with.
You made it, my friend. Wonderful.
About what happened in the church. Did you get what you'd hoped for?
Yes, although bloodshed was not part of my plan. But apparently, such was God's will. But I'm sure that the news of that boy's miraculous recovery has reached the right ears. Time will tell, of course.
How did you get out of there?
What about you?
You didn't answer the question.
It's enough that God is watching over me. And now you.
The military gave me a ride. Why didn't you help me when they locked me up in the Citadel?
God is my witness. Did I not send Lazarev to find you? Did they ask you anything during your captivity?
I didn't give them the opportunity to ask questions.
It's good that you're here. That God guided you to me again.
What's the occasion? Do you want to thank me for something again?
Not today. Today, all of you gathered at this table are equally important. I want to celebrate you with this humble supper. I hope you'll join us.
Grigori, we have to talk.
That sounded serious. And one should sit down before discussing serious matters. Perhaps during supper. Will you join me?
Did you invite the press?
My sermon must have made quite an impression on her. Good.
Tell me more about this occasion.
What do you want to know?
The corner near the brothel. It was cozier at the Nadarzyńskis.
But today, we wouldn't all fit. Look around and see how many believers we've gained.
Are you saying that they were attracted by the miracle at the church?
Of course. And a brothel is as good a place as any other. Better even. Here, lust trumps propriety and nakedness is a symbol of truth. We're celebrating truth here today. Truth in community.
You went to a lot of trouble to prepare this supper. To what purpose?
I wanted to meet, to talk, to show my gratitude to those of you who have persevered on the path of truth and stand with me despite adversity. Bless you.
Who can I expect to see at this supper?
It's difficult to mention everyone. My flock keeps growing, but people are different. Strong, wise, weak, dumb. Some stumble and never get back up. They will be missed today. I pray for their souls. What's important is that you came back.
A discerning Thaumaturge would notice that your supper resembles the Last Supper, the one from the Bible.
A supper like any other. There is a host, his guests, food, and drink. I believe this meal will not be my last.
That will do.
So, will you join us now?
All right, I'll stay. And what do you plan to do after supper?
God created the world and placed a beautiful garden within it in the east. Then, he placed a man there. The plan is for us to meet in paradise as well, because there we will get that which we deserve, my friend. No more, no less. Do you recall our conversation over your father's grave, when I asked who you feel you are?
Yes, I replied that I am defined by Thaumaturgy.
And I promised you all of the Empire's thaumaturgic knowledge. And it will be so. So help me God.
We are making a deal here, Grigori. I'm interested in the results.
Amen. We'll talk more about the future soon, my friend. But my bladder's calling. And Victor, I am telling you now before it happens, so that when it does take place, you may believe that I am he.
Water! People, give me water!
Is he dead? Oh, God. He's dead!
I've got you. It's okay. Is this what death is like? An infinite void? Where am I? Is this hell? Well, I could have seen it coming.
I'm telling Mom, all you Thaumaturges are crazy.
And the teacher said, Victor, is there right here in the classroom with us right now? I almost pissed myself.
Cozy.
Slow down, you'll get your clothes all dirty.
I'm the head of this family, and I deserve respect. You'll put me in an early grave. This is the end. You've lost. Did you not hear what I said? This is the end.
I was wondering where you'd bother me again.
You needed me, so here I am. It is time for the trial.
What trial? Is this some sort of court? Barbarit.
Yes. A trial over the conscience of Viktor Shulsky.
Of what do I stand accused?
And what weighs on your conscience? Your twin sister. Despite not having your power, she was only ever kind to you in this cruel world. She was genuinely happy to have you come back to her. She was alone here, you know. That's very noble of you. But is there room for a caring sister in your plans for the future? I don't think so. Soon you will be left alone again. And in time, no one will remember you. Do you mean to say that you don't care? Supposedly, we only live as long as someone remembers us. After that, all traces of us disappear. Go on.
Enough. Starting now, we're doing things my way. Release me.
You're in charge here, remember? If you wish to skip the trial, it will be so. Are you ready to hear the verdict? What do you think the trial has revealed?
The fact that I can bend the rules of any game because I'm a Thaumaturge.
And you think that's the way it should be?
No. Power should not be the answer to everything or an excuse. It is the power of human character that shapes reality.
The verdict is guilty. Guilty of doubt, lacking confidence in his own abilities, and guilty of ignoring his conscience. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
This cannot end like this.
And it won't end until you begin on one of the paths. This is the only way you can atone for your transgressions.
Are you talking about Rasputin and the coterie?
There may be other paths available. Which one do you prefer?
What do you want to tell me?
That you can reach the world, following paths less trodden. Does it surprise you? After all, you can play against the rules. But now, focus on what's in front of you. So? Why the coterie?
It's enough for me that they're not Rasputin. I'm not expecting similar charlatanism from them.
So, you accept everything that was meant for you, and you will use it as you see fit. Are you happy with events taking this course?
Yes, I want this.
So, remember what it is you're feeling now, when the time for the trial comes.
And you? What would you do in my place?
I died beneath that tenement house. What you see is an embodiment of your pride, conscience, or doubts. Those are the things you're arguing with. Don't. You are your own worst enemy. Go now.
Will I ever see you again?
That's entirely up to you. You are in charge here.
Let's meet in paradise, the garden near the fountain. You are Peter, a rock, and upon this rock I will build my church, and all the powers of hell shall not prevail against it. idea who the author is, but I don't know how it's possible. I have no idea where to look for this paradise and garden. I'll think about this later. Ligia?
Christ, don't sneak up on me like that. How do you feel?
You took care of me. Thank you.
Forget it, I wouldn't have managed it on my own. Grażynka helped me. Are you sure you don't want to rest some more?
Did someone come here when I was asleep? Did we have any visitors?
Apart from myself, Uncle, and Grażynka, I didn't let anyone in. The streets are not safe. Why do you ask?
I found an unusual letter on the nightstand about a garden of paradise.
What letter? The only garden that's being talked about now is the one at Dolinka Szwajcarska. The Tsar and his entourage are planning to have a garden party in a park there.
What is this party at Dolinka Szwajcarska?
The Tsar is celebrating his son's birthday.
Would you use the phrase garden in the east to describe Dolinka?
In the east? Dolinka is south of here. The only eastern thing about it is its guests.
I would never have thought of that. It makes sense. Thank you. Where is Grażynka?
She left to get some supplies. It's hard to buy anything now, but she left yesterday and still hasn't come back. Maybe she just had to hide somewhere and is waiting.
Is everything all right? You look concerned.
That's because I am. Whatever is happening on the streets right now, it scares me.
Is that why you unearthed Papa's musket? Does it still work?
Just now I thought I would find out. Before you woke up, they shot a man on our street. He crawled away somewhere, but he was bleeding so badly. The entire city has gone insane. The Governor General has closed the borders and isn't letting anyone leave. People have barricaded themselves in their homes.
Maybe the Russians are waiting for us to kill each other ourselves. And they may be right.
Only madmen roam the streets now.
I won't let you get hurt as long as I live. I promise.
In that case, I wonder how long it will last. Did you intend to inform me that you escaped from the Citadel?
I'm not responsible for what's happening in the streets now, if that's what you're implying. I'm the one who was injured, remember?
I'm just worried about you. Besides, I guess I'm most worried about Grażynka right now.
Do you know if anything happened to the store?
I didn't even want to try to get in there to check. You shouldn't go there right now.
This chaos in the city. How long has it been going on?
3 days. Uncle brought you here, half dead, 3 days ago. Do you know what day it is?
Hold on.
The last day of summer.
I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you.
You have risen from the dead. That has to be enough for me. At least until Christmas. Grażynka.
I thought I'd find you in worse health. I see you once again managed to avoid the consequences of your decisions. I'm afraid I must put a stop to this. You are under arrest for taking part in a conspiracy against the Tsar and engaging in terrorism. You'll also be held accountable for escaping from the Citadel and for your active support of the Socialists, the enemies of the Empire. Your brother didn't bother to mention that, Miss Linya? You'll be coming with us, Mr. Shulsky.
Don't make the situation worse, Victor. You can still get out of it, I'm sure of it. Dad managed it for years. He knew how to cooperate.
You have no idea what you're talking about. It wasn't cooperation. Konieczkin is an ulcer that father couldn't get rid of, and I'm closer to carrying out Stanisław's idea than you.
If you don't resist, I give you my word that no harm will come to your sister. Shall we?
You are leaving. Straight to hell, you son of a bitch. If you think you'll take me away from my own home, you are mistaken. No, Chief. We'll finish this here.
I didn't receive an invitation, so I decided to drop in on my own. After all, today is a Shulsky family holiday.
Mr. Niedziec, Warsaw will get rid of 2 pests today.
Want to share any other fantasies?
Don't worry about the broken window pane, Victor. I'll deduct it from the 5 rubles you still owe.
I won't beg for mercy, if that's what you were hoping for.
I loaded my piece today. Just say the word, and the balding prick will lose the other half of his face.
Yet it's loyal to the end, like a dog, like his father. Are you going to let this mongrel deprive you of the pleasure? Will you leave my fresh corpse to your sister as a gift? Blood soaks into stone for many long years. A unique birthday gift. Yes, you're a born murderer after all. What are you waiting for?
I'm not waiting.
Victor.
What now?
Now we'll do some cleaning.
I'll fetch a shovel.
Why, you'll be the protagonist of my next poem.
Done. It doesn't even show.
I could help you more.
No, it's your
birthday. Rest in
birthday.
peace, Chief. You've known me better than anyone for so many years. You were always with me, and you always will be. We have to talk about our future. Any ideas? I was thinking about our Thaumaturge friends. Who will understand better than them? Apart from you, of course. You're right. We both owe a lot to Rasputin. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be talking now. But his path, even if it does lead to the Romanovs' court, is uncertain. And the price of following it is unknown. Do you think Rasputin could have survived? The letter, yes. But it doesn't decide anything. He could have sent it before visiting the brothel. But if he's alive, can we trust him? He may take us to see the Tsar, but what will be the price? On the other hand, if everything works, I can become more powerful than ever. Russia will give me all the knowledge I could ever want. Tough choice, isn't it? Let's not waste any more time. Let's try to resurrect my father's course. Let's return to our magical friends. Rasputin will have to return from the dead alone. I need a carriage. Is this one free?
Sir, they want a bribe from me. Help.
Look, Private. This one's even got a book. The brass will be happy. Tell these two about their rights.
You have none. By virtue of the decree on the martial law, you have been classified as suspicious characters. We will escort you to the Citadel.
Unless some sort of a gift convinces us you are innocent.
So this what soldiers of the Russian Empire look like. A bunch of pathetic bribe takers with no honor and no sense of duty.
Suit yourself, magician. We'll see just how much honor you have when you end up in the Citadel. Let's get him. Doesn't have to be in one piece.
I have no idea what you did to them, but today I will drive you for free. We just have to be careful. Some of the districts are cut off by the authorities. Still, today's rides are on me. how he crawled! Warsaw is ours!
Well, yeah, but maybe that's enough already.
Son, it takes fire to fight devils.
Well, if you say so.
You saw how he crawled! Warsaw is up!
What's going on here?
A crusade in the name of God, that's what.
Is Rafa inside?
Mother of God! Sonny, there's another one!
Are you messing with my mother? I'll kill you, so help me God!
Such a good son, virtuous. The hatred you carry in you, however, was planted by people who are using you like a puppet. Stop the bloodshed. I know you don't want it.
What is he saying to you, Tajik?
He's right, Ma. What do we know about these magicians? Only what they wrote in the leaflets. But is it true? And we won't bring that one back to life. I'm going home. I won't spill blood.
Tajo.
The things people come up with.
Did you come here to gloat, Shulsky?
Don't speak. You're losing a lot of blood.
What do you want?
I came to offer you a deal.
What do you know? You need me. Then I'll die happier knowing I'm thwarting your plans. Lean over. Lean over me, posh boy. Let me tell you something. Fuck off.
Damn it.
Enough of this. The time for vengeance is here. A Warsaw free from magicians!
What are you here for?
We came for Rofe. Let's take this one too. We'll put them both to the torch.
I bet he's in cahoots with the other one. You can tell he's the same kind of vermin as the Jew. Put fire to them, boys!
Stand back, Granny. It's gonna get gory.
Rafa is dead. You're late.
But you're still here. Get him!
Навчення душою leben. Effen mir efter dir. Ich steh einer Hallein, Abschein Rachmones auf mir. Ich hab mir nicht mit Weimen eins zu beheften, mit keinem kein Wort zu reden. Es geht mir aus meine Keuchels und Kräften, dem Teuer begin.
I knew that if you were alive, you would show up.
If not death, then what stood in your way?
I've been to hell, but I managed to return. The town has gone crazy. I saw people furious at Thaumaturges. I never thought it was so easy to get pitchforks and torches in Warsaw.
Skawan seized the opportunity, and he's bringing in a new order.
That's why we waited so long. Without you...
Warsaw is no longer a city for Thaumaturges.
What were you doing for those 3 days?
I was wondering how we could leave Warsaw in case you never came back.
I had a few wounded to treat, and I prayed that the next one wouldn't be you. What are we waiting for?
I'm afraid the 3 of us will have to suffice.
What happened?
When I got to him, he was dying. Wounded in a fight with an angry mob. Anti-Thaumaturge lynchings are spreading across the city.
There will be time for remorse and grief when this is all over.
Let's get on with it.
Even though we have different motivations, I trust that the Pact is our destiny. Follow my lead. I, Emir Bernakovich Falje, worshipper of Allah, yearning for the free Republic of Poland, declare willingness to form the Pact and make the ultimate sacrifice for its cause.
I, Sarah Rivkin, follower of Moses, am willing to form our pact, hoping it will grant me freedom.
Your turn.
My name is Viktor Szulski. I'm a Thaumaturge. It wasn't my choice. But when someone seeks our blood, they should be met with the proper response. I'm not going to beg anyone for mercy.
Never again.
For that, I am willing to make the ultimate sacrifice.
Is that it? I can't feel anything.
According to Stanisław's hypothesis, in order to conclude forming a pact, we need to read the instructions from the Black Grimoire together. Victor, focus on each of our dimensions now, and we'll help you read whatever Stanisław hid in the book. Focus on your heart first.
My heart reveals the first inscription before me. From now on, we have one heart that beats with one rhythm.
I felt it. I felt relieved.
I can feel something too.
I know that golden tail.
Very impressive. Now, the other dimensions.
Word. I cannot read this inscription.
Maybe you got distracted. Focus.
No, nothing.
Perhaps without the fourth one, we won't be able to reveal the full potential. Keep trying.
This inscription is resisting.
Let me act. From now on, all of our deeds are devoted to one common cause.
I feel a tingling in my fingers.
Don't get distracted.
Mind. This inscription evades me. It won't let me grasp it.
From now on, our mind will keep no secrets from itself. That's easy.
I think I felt your thoughts, but we'll get back to that.
That's it. I think we're done.
I think so. I know your favorite colors and many other things I didn't want to know.
Thank you, Victor.
I felt a kind of thought, a feeling. Yours. You didn't say you'd known my mother so well.
I wonder if Victor's father knew.
Let's focus on the present. Do we know what to do?
Other than what has already been said, do you feel anything else?
I have a different question. Were you going to mention you shot half of Koniechkin's face off?
Since we have no more secrets, let's move on to the plan.
I think we're all thinking the same thing. That Tsarevich will have an unforgettable birthday.
Yes, this is our last chance at an audience with the Tsar before he leaves the city.
But we can't go in empty-handed. We need arguments that will push the Tsar to make the right decision.
We can stop the madness that has spread across the city without bloodshed. If only we could get through to the Tsar's supporters at the party and...
Sneak past the Tsar's guards and military.
We'd be able to get inside the Tsar's noggin.
Let's do it.
Well, you're actually pleasant to look at now.
These people won't break in here, will they?
Just smile and check the invitations, Parnishka.
Are your grimoires well hidden? Then we just need to get through the gate.
I'll do it myself.
Good evening. Your invitation, sir?
Don't you know who I am?
I'm afraid I don't.
The Governor General is looking for me all over the city. Do you want to discuss it with him?
No, of course not. I meant, please, do come in.
You heard the gentleman.
Shulsky. Interesting sight. A bourgeois waiter. You do realize that you are still a wanted man?
I didn't expect we would see each other again. After Rasputin's death, you tucked your tail and went crawling back to your old masters?
I've never doubted the great mystic, unlike you. Rasputin chose me to be the executor of his work.
So you also got the fake letter. But unlike me, I guess you actually believed its contents.
You are not worthy enough to find your way to Rasputin, so be silent, Judas scum. Soon the entire world will serve him, and I shall be his right hand. Me alone, perhaps.
I keep thinking, what's Rasputin's plan for getting an audience from the Tsar? And how is someone like you going to help him accomplish it?
He speaks to me and chooses my targets. The blade doesn't ask where to strike and why. But you will not understand. His prophecy will come to pass whether you want it to or not.
I'll be leaving now. Friends are expecting me.
Don't get in our way, Judas scum. Otherwise, all of you will suffer God's wrath.
I can't eat anymore. Pass. Well, maybe just a piece of...
Maria?
What? Is it a crime to eat now? Don't pester a pregnant woman, please.
Don't you recognize me?
Oh, it's you. I've been so distracted lately. You know, being with child and all.
Do you believe that Rasputin survived the explosion?
He who believes in me, though he were dead, yet shall he live. He who believes in me shall live forever. But it's a shame about Aniela. Silly woman, she could have been here with us. Oh well. I have to think about someone else now.
Congratulations. Who's the lucky father?
For behold, from henceforth, all generations shall call me blessed. For he that is mighty have done to me great things. Pretty, isn't it? I'll be giving birth to a savior. Grigory loves me more than all of you. I see you found some new company. Who are they?
None of your business, nor Rasputin's. But now you must excuse me.
It's best that you do. I'll stop wasting my energy on you. I have to take care of myself.
A familiar face. Good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Shulsky.
Your presence at this party implies something extraordinary is bound to happen.
Please allow me. My fiancée, Sofia Georgievna Skawan.
Congratulations. I think I can take the credit for your happiness. After all, it was due to my actions at that memorable soiree that you finally found each other.
Mr. Shulsky, still unscrupulous, I see.
Let me make an observation. It is quite daring of you to show up in a place like this.
Sergei, is that a threat?
I would say it's a friendly warning. Thaumaturges shouldn't feel too safe these days.
How did you get into His Royal Highness's birthday party?
The last time I saw you were accompanied by two gentlemen. What happened to them?
That too, but above all, my dear Sergei is celebrating his success. Well, tell Victor.
I am here to offer counsel to Nikolai Romanov. Recently, I've been included in his advisory body. I've been appointed a member of the city council.
I must ask, was it because of your engagement that you got the job?
No, my fiancé simply deserved it. Let's go get some champagne, dear. This is getting annoying.
Sofia, there's no reason to get upset. Mr. Shulsky was leaving anyway, weren't you?
Sergei, miss? Who are you staring at?
Countess Lermontova. You know her from the soiree. Her family's been close with the Romanovs for years.
So she must know a lot. I will talk to her, but I'm afraid she'll recognize me and call the guards.
You want me to do it, I reckon.
Let's go talk to her now.
Wait. Don't go charging in like a raging bull. You'll get us in trouble. I'll distract her, and you scan her surroundings. We'll meet here when you're done.
Good boy. Nothing can be kept secret from me. How was your chat with the Countess?
Better tell me what you have found. Wait, don't say it. Just focus on it. Let's not mix duty and personal life, all right?
Just checking if it works.
Sure. Are you afraid the old lady will take everything from you and your sister to build a new palace for herself? I'm sorry, I can't resist it, but I can sympathize. I can feel how important it is for you. The Countess pitched me a lovely story about how the confiscated goods would be used to help the needy.
We both know she's lying, and her decree is already on the Tsar's desk, ready to be signed.
I like these new abilities more and more. And now try to read what I think about it.
You want to get back at her? I never thought revenge was in your nature.
I'm thinking we might try to make the Countess tell everyone what she thinks out loud. So, I'll take care of everything.
Do it. I despise Lermontova and people like her.
Fine, let's do it. Watch and listen carefully. There's one more thing I would like to ask you. I feel confused about the plan to confiscate properties. Could you explain how it's really going to work, and to whose advantage?
But of course. As soon as the Tsar puts his signature on it, the Lermonts will take over the Thaumaturge's properties for a contribution to the fight against those parasites.
Mother, keep it down.
Don't be ashamed, son. You did agree to this. It would be a pity if that money was wasted, and this way we can build you a beautiful mansion so that you can finally move out. And what good would the money do to the poor? They would just throw it away.
Mother, we should go now. Madame, please excuse us.
Magdalena?
I didn't expect to see you here, Thaumaturge.
How could I miss something like this?
Yes. Today we will witness a true miracle. He will return, and with him the hope for chasing away the darkness of an uncertain future. For his grace will be with us. Do you understand?
What do you remember from this explosion?
Chaos. Blood. It's hard for me to talk about it.
What about Aniela and Lucian?
They are no longer with us. They are already enjoying the afterlife, awaiting salvation.
Do you think they deserved such a fate?
Each of us has a different fate in store for them. Aniela was chosen. She died at Grigori's side. And Lucian just disappeared one day. I think he might have left because his fate wasn't strong enough. I don't want to talk about them anymore. I need to have clarity in my heart.
Do you believe someone wanted to kill Rasputin?
Of course. The first Christians were also thrown to the lions. Satan laid his hand on Grigori and tried to break him. But he will not bend. He will defeat death and return.
It never occurred to you that Rasputin could have lied to you and that he can't actually return from the dead?
You sound like you doubt him.
Let me give you some advice. Leave before it's too late.
I don't need advice from an unbeliever. It is you who should leave.
As you wish. Thaumaturge never fails me. There is something here.
I didn't think I would see you again. And yet, here you are.
I might say the same about you. I thought you wouldn't be in the mood for a party.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth, death for death.
I know you have a gun and you want to kill Skawan.
I was going to start with Konieczkin, but that coward got rubbed out by some random Genef. So it's Skawan's turn now. I'll kill him and anyone who gets in my way.
I'm that Ganef. I killed Konieczkin.
Then you're one of us now. Help me with Skawan.
That's madness. Even if you manage to do it, you'll die a moment later.
I don't have many reasons to live.
What about our revolution? We were going to burn this city to the ground. Together. Alive.
Swear.
I swear. But now go home and let me act. I can see you've picked the spot right in the thick of things. Are you having a good time?
Not too bad. I just had a chat with a certain young lady in waiting. But we'll get back to that. I bet parties like this are nothing new for you.
I hate it here. Parties like this are the threshold of hell. In fact, my sister says I turned savage while in exile. What about the lady in waiting?
She told me that the Tsar is in one of the chambers on the upper floor. The stairs are guarded by Skawan's soldiers, and the Governor-General himself is keeping an eye on the entire hall. We must make him look away.
I'll try to approach Skawan somehow.
Be careful. Is there anything else?
I've heard some news about certain decrees waiting to be signed on the Tsar's desk.
What's in them?
I've learned that one of the ideas to combat Thaumaturges will be the forfeiture of our properties.
How do you feel about it as an heir to a fortune?
Of course, I consider it simple misappropriation.
I hope you would feel the same were you born into poverty.
There's something else that bothers me.
Tell me. I'll try to help.
Vanda is here.
I was afraid she might show up. Have you talked to her?
Yes, and I know she's planning to kill Skawan in revenge.
She will die. Worse yet, she'll ruin everything we've worked toward.
I took care of her. Apart from her hurt pride and ruined plans for the evening, she's safe and sound. There's something else that bothers me.
Tell me. I'll try to help.
I'll come back later.
Good luck.
Good evening.
Who are you? I've got a feeling I've seen you before.
I came here with my friends, and I'm hoping to introduce them to you soon.
If they were truly important, I'd know them already. Have you got a cigarette?
Sadly, no.
That's too bad. Anything else I can help you with?
I met your daughter Sofia in the gardens.
Are you suggesting something? The lovers did not want to wait.
Let's change the subject.
Good idea.
I can still hear gunshots from the city. As a concerned subject, can I ask if we're safe here?
I understand, and I tell you the same thing I'm telling others. The situation is under control. My best men are keeping you safe. Not even a mouse could squeeze by.
What about Thaumaturges? What if any of them managed to sneak in?
If they did, I would know about it. I can only tell you that this problem will soon be solved.
Meaning?
Thaumaturges are dangerous. Riots, explosions, that Rasputin characters scout terrorists. A complete decay of authority. Their plotting affects everyone, even those dear to us.
Do you think that bearded cultist, Rasputin, is a Thaumaturge too?
Most likely. How else would he deceive so many people? Even Tsarina Alexandra looks kindly upon him. Luckily, he was killed by a bomb in a brothel.
Don't forget the cholera epidemics that keep plaguing the town. Is the Thaumaturges doing too?
I see we understand each other.
I heard one of those magicians escaped from the Citadel. Was it Shulsky?
Yes, but soon enough we'll see him dangling from a rope.
How would one know they're dealing with Shulsky?
I know their tricks. Don't worry. Besides, the chance he shows up here is close to zero.
What a relief. Thank you, Governor General.
Anything else?
Is that Shulsky guy dangerous?
Shulsky is the epitome of depravity. He had everything, but his cursed blood made him go off the rails. Such a morally unstable temper monster is capable of anything. But as I've already said, we are safe from him here.
Thank you. I feel better now.
My mission is to protect the Tsar's subjects.
Has the Thaumaturge ever hurt anyone close to you?
Their magic hurt my daughter, but not only her. Let's leave it.
I see. Let's change the subject.
Good idea.
How do you find His Royal Highness's birthday party?
As the one in charge of Warsaw, I have my duties regarding the royal couple, so I am not paying much attention to the banquet. You must excuse me.
The pile of presents for the Tsarevich looks impressive and continues to grow.
Yes, indeed.
Let's change the subject.
Good idea.
I won't take any more of your time.
Enjoy yourself.
And?
I talked to the Governor General.
So, how does it feel to come face to face with the Butcher of Warsaw and exchange pleasantries about refreshments?
Up close, he doesn't seem so scary.
Right. Have you learned anything that might help?
The Governor carries a flaw, and I want to take advantage of it.
Are you going to rid him of it? Surely it may affect his well-being.
And I hope we can get rid of him that way.
Wait. Before we start, you should make sure we're ready to talk to the Tsar. There will be no turning back.
You're right. I should have prepared better. I'll come back later.
And?
I've heard some news about certain decree.
Tell me.
Georgi Skałon.
What about him?
Let's go see Skałon.
Are you sure you know?
I believe I've gotten everything I could.
Fine. Skałon's flaw. It might work. Just promise me one thing. You'll be extremely cautious with him.
I know what I'm doing. I was the one who found the Black Grimoire. I was the one who started the pact. And it won't be my first time seizing a flaw.
Hopefully not the last either. Shall we?
We wanted to talk to you, my friends and I.
Where am I?
Governor General?
Welcome to inside your head, Skowon. We've got you now. Wait a second. Something's wrong. Shouldn't he be unconscious?
Unless he has his own powers, his conscious state could be an effect of the pact.
Sarah Rifkin? And you? What's going on here? Who are you?
So, shall we get down to it?
Go on. I can't wait. What does it feel like to be at the mercy of Thaumaturges?
Terrifying. What is this?
You've just found out that we're not capable of lying in this place. Intriguing, isn't it?
I'll deal with him. We've got a score to settle.
Of course.
Your worst nightmare is coming true. A Thaumaturge will remind you of what true fear means. You're scared of her, even though she's been dead for many years. She repaid you for the way you oppressed her because she had powers and you didn't.
What happened to you?
She sent a demon after me. My own sister. She brought down nightmares upon me. I hid my bed for years.
That's why your fear turned into anger and anger into hate. You pathetic creature.
That's enough. You're enjoying this too much.
I've waited a long time for this. Don't interrupt me.
We didn't come here for revenge. And this.
Your home, the place you don't miss. Why is that?
Because I was never safe there.
What were you afraid of?
That she would hurt me again on a whim.
Who? Say it out loud.
My cursed demonic sister. May she burn in hell.
Think about the humiliation you felt when your present wasn't appreciated.
It wasn't about the present.
Then what was it?
The fact that Tsarevich's illness was kept secret from me.
Right. And you want to be the most important. You want to know everything. Control everything.
That's the only way we can have order. I don't want to talk anymore.
The floor is ready. Remove it, and we can go.
Remove it? You want to give him relief? He doesn't deserve peace. Besides, he's seen our faces.
Samira is right. This story won't end this way.
Victor. Sarah.
Let me show you something.
Watch carefully.
No, I don't. Leave me alone. Leave me. Go, demon, demon, leave me!
I expected more mercy from you. Let's go.
I had a feeling it was going too easy.
You! Who are you? Rukivier!
I'm afraid I've got other plans.
Couldn't you have handled it some other way?
What was I supposed to do? Have a duel of arguments with him?
Stop it. We've got things to do here.
Stop! Who are you? Scowan!
You need a new Governor General. This one won't do anymore.
Don't come any closer!
Better put it down before anyone gets hurt.
You don't need anger and fear now. Be calm and lower your weapon. It won't do any good here.
Can you do that now? Through the pact?
So it seems.
What is going on? How? How is that possible? You must be Thaumaturges. Is that a revolution? Are you here to kill me?
Will you let me speak?
Be my guest.
Your Majesty, we came here because our lives are in jeopardy. The most crucial thing for us is that you stop hunting Thaumaturges. The pogroms must end.
Tell me why would I agree to anything?
We stand before your majesty not as some motley crew, but as a group of Thaumaturges united by a pact. We've done the impossible to get here today.
And from that position, we seek to start a dialogue. We believe it will bring mutual benefits.
Do you have a name for it?
You can call us the Coterie.
Go on. Who knows, we might reach an agreement after all.
We know there are some decrees on the Tsar's desk awaiting your signature.
And what do you think is in them?
Let's talk about Georgi Scowan. The governor hates Thaumaturges, because that's what his ignorance and fear dictate to him.
We know the decrees stipulate creating special adjustment clinics, and Thaumaturges won't be the only patients there.
Your subjects, so diverse in terms of ethnicity and religion, will surely recognize the threat, and their fear will turn into hatred. The Empire will fall.
The Crown has enough enemies outside without having to deal with internal ones.
Still not enough to convince me, Thaumaturge.
The coterie wants to find a cure for the so far incurable disease of His Royal Highness. We know the whole of Russia suffers with him.
Victor, be careful.
Who disclosed their state secret to you? Speak!
The Tsarina's lost confidant, Svetlana Petrovna Rumiantseva.
Only a miracle can help my son. Not you.
The coterie could become a powerful ally of your Imperial Majesty, here in Warsaw, and in Poland.
What we have presented so far testifies in our favor. We have no trouble learning the secrets of people's hearts and minds.
And we are willing to share them.
I've heard enough. I understand you want something in exchange. Let me hear it.
We want justice for the wrongdoing we suffer in the streets, and for the blood we are forced to spill to survive.
We want more freedom in the political and social domain for everyone. The people of Warsaw, one of the most important municipalities in Russia, will remember your gesture.
Is that all?
Make the Okhrana forget about Tsarivkin and let her files disappear from their archives forever.
You want power. Just admit it already. The sooner you admit it, the better. Power can be won or bestowed. Today, you did both. We will meet your demands and expect allegiance and loyalty in return. So help me God. If that's all, Thaumaturge, I trust we have reached an agreement.
Do I hear applause? What's going on there?
Time's running out, and my guests are waiting. Let's keep it short.
Is that it? Can I finally get some champagne?
Stanislav can finally rest in peace, son. You should be proud. We all owe you a lot.
We couldn't fail. After all, I was here with you.
You're too generous, sir.
Friends, today on the birthday of my son and successor, my father's words show the direction of my thoughts. The voice of God orders us courageously to undertake, in deference to divine intention, the task of ruling, with faith in the strength and rightness of autocratic power. The riots in Warsaw fill our hearts with much sadness, and the nation's grief is also the grief of the Emperor of Russia. We have closed our eyes to the suffering of our people, to the suffering of Thaumaturgi who were granted their powers by God. Which is why I consider it our moral duty to stop all kinds of violence against them, effective immediately. That is our wish. However, may those who take my grace for weakness know that the Russian Empire is strong and ruthless against its enemies. So help me God.
I'm happy to see you. You look good. New company.
Friends.
What now?
Farewell, Grigori. Now each of us should follow his own path. I appreciate what you have done for me.
I've learned a lot from you, especially about trust.
Victor, is everything all right? Is this that Rasputin of yours? I expected something more.
Assalamu alaikum. Would you tell me how you are able to talk with us here?
This must be your new daddy, Victor. Aren't you going to introduce me? And this must be the famous Madame Samira, the identity thief. Wait, I think someone is missing. Oh, right. You were so selfish that you didn't keep your word. And you didn't give him the golem. And he died.
Is he bothering you?
We were just talking.
In that case, I'll go get some champagne.
It was nice to meet you.
I should be going too. Until next time, Victor Stanislavovich.
Go. Enjoy the evening. Today marks the beginning of a new chapter for all of us.
What did he want from you?
We were talking about not so good old days.
Do you expect he might want to seek revenge?
I don't think so. You can't lie when you're in someone else's head.
I can't stand the cold of the snow. There's no use for it.
And the glasses constantly fog up when you come into a warm room.
Then why do you wear them?
After the explosion, I'm having problems with my eyesight.
Now that you wear them, you really are the spitting image of Stanisław. Some tea to warm up?
I won't say no to that. I had a new rumor à propos Skawan. We did such a number on him, he ended up in Tvorki. They say there's no way to get through to him.
I have the nagging thought that we dealt with him too brutally.
Calm down. He didn't have doubts like that. The other news is rather grim. There's a new political power on the rise in the city. Besides being resentful of Jews, they also want to get rid of thaumaturges and homosexuals.
What about the Tatars?
Let's ask. They're getting together at a bar in Vola.
Let's go. Let's listen to what they have to say at these drinking bouts of theirs.
Is today that special day when you're not preoccupied with your little revolutionary?
Maybe yes, maybe no.
They won't protect you. Every debt will be repaid, one way or another.
Victor, what are you waiting for?
Doesn't matter. Let's go. They say your choices define your value. What does that make me? The Uper took me on a journey that made me realize how my difficult relationship with my father looked from his point of view, and how I should look at it in hindsight. I try to see Nigia often, but the sight of my sister in apathy breaks my heart. Without her flaw, she has become someone else. Someone I don't know. That is why I latch onto duties concerning the coterie. At least here, I can change something for the better. Uncle Sasha has become a grandfather. He seems to enjoy spending his retirement pampering his grandchild. The circumstances of the Warsaw Ochrana chief's death have never been clarified, and hopefully it will stay that way.
All right, Victor. Move on to what's really interesting.
Which is?
Aboritz and Victor remain friends, and together they spread terror throughout the bars of Warsaw. With my charisma and your money.
Fine, Aboritz. I think they got it. That's enough.
But you will come for some booze later, right? Don't forget.
I will. Go now. The situation in the city is tense. Warsaw has been divided between those seeking a bloody revolution and those who'd rather see cooler heads prevail. The stalemate will not last long. As for the Flying University, the idea faded and died in the Ochrana cells where the rebellious students were locked up. But enough about that. It's time for a new adventure, my friend.
you